Hi, everybody. I hope this is working. It seems a bit strange today, but I am here with the latest updates from We Shared Abundance. But the comments have disappeared, and I'm not sure that the sound is working. So if somebody can put something in the comments and let me know if things are working, I would appreciate it. Otherwise, we'll just have to stop it and do another straight live somehow. I don't know. There were people in that I could see before I pressed to go live. Lewis is here again, and he says yes. Is that yes? It's working, and you can hear me. I hope so. Okay, if that's the case, let's crack on. I don't know. It just nothing seems to have worked the same as normal with this today. Okay, we share abundance, and I'm here with the updates, and my name's Graham Frame, and I'm just an admin here. And we've been around for about 4.5 years, putting in solid foundations because we're a cloud nation with the United States of the world, and we're on a mission to banish poverty. And we're now in a position where we are expanding our economy to improve the liquidity and value of our currency for the benefit of all our citizens. Anybody can become a citizen, and all our citizens get handouts of our currency every month. All you do, come along and register, prove you're a real person, and that's all there is to it. No fee, no obligation. You can get involved in everything we have or nothing. It's entirely in your hands. It helps if you come along with a positive mental attitude. You'll fit in really well. Once you become a citizen, and even before you become a citizen, we look at everybody in this great, beautiful world of creation simply as human beings. We don't pigeonhole people because they are male or female or black or white or speak this language or that, or they're tall or short or wealthy or poor. None of it matters. We just see everybody as a human being, part of one big family of humanity. And each individually unique, but still part of that big family. And being unique, everybody has something unique to offer, and therefore it's of equal value to every other human being, and especially members of our community. So it's a non-separatist ideology, and we have a little affirmation in a moment that will help us with that. The thing that we'll do before that is we'll have a little prayer, and that prayer is to help us find true happiness in life, because that is how we measure success, and that's how everyone should measure success. If you're not happy, doesn't matter what you look like materially, how people outside measure your success. If you're not happy, you're not really successful, are you? And I'm not talking about short-term pleasure, little spikes here and there that, you keep getting a bit of pleasure and then you back down. And I'm talking about really being happy, joyful all the time, filled with bliss and happiness. And you can't buy that. There are a lot of people with a lot of money still searching for something. They don't know what, where, how to get it, but they're not happy. And the only way you can get that happiness is through loving service to others. And the great thing about being of loving service to others is that it attracts into your life everything else that you want and need. So that's what our little prayer's about, just finding that happiness. And before we do that, let's welcome people in, whether you're watching live or watching the replay. You are very welcome, whether you're a member, a citizen, a guest, visitor, somebody just passing by, wondering what's going on. Everybody is welcome. And we love it when people come along and they put their name and location in the comments, because then other people can see where we are and what we've got going and everything else. and it's still behaving weird, this app today, because I know that Lewis was in and he was saying, yeah, things are working, and his comment has gone. So I don't know why. I don't know what's happening. There may be other people that have put comments in and disappeared as well. One of those things, folks. I'm not quite sure why. But we have Brandon in. He said, the sound's perfect. I just play notifications on my phone. Okay, Brandon. Lovely to have you with us. I'm not sure where you're from, but we've got Don in from Vancouver Island in Canada, Werner from South Africa, Nankiep from Nigeria, Maureen from London, England, Richard from Devon in England, Samuel from not sure where, I think it's Nigeria. We got Mary in from Chicago, Illinois, USA, Bazina from Edinburgh in Scotland, Willie from Atlanta in Georgia, USA, Colin from South Africa, Sam is in from Nigeria, I think. Have we got yeah, Nigeria. But I don't know what happened to Lewis's post, and he's from Lisbon in Portugal, but it seems to have disappeared from a site. No idea why, no idea what or how. Hopefully everything else will run smoothly. So let's get started with our little prayer, the affirmation, and then I'll tell you what's been going on today. Lewis is down at the bottom now. He says, I'm here. Yeah, I know. I saw you originally. Then it disappeared. Then you came back and said, yes, the sound was good. And then that disappeared again. Okay. But anyway, Lewis has confirmed that he's there. So here's our little prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you. And we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, bless each member that they may find the joy of service. And through service, attract into their lives true happiness and everything they want and need. Amen. And our little affirmation, we're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world, as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay, and we got Kingsley in from Manchester in England as well. We had somebody else, one of our members, Helga, got her free car today. So that's another one chalked off. We are now in September. Hopefully they'll soon be posting the people that are going to get cars, the next batch of cars. We don't know how many. We don't know when they're going to post it. And we don't know how long it'll take to get them delivered. But hopefully it won't be too long. Last month, it was halfway through the month before they posted the list. And really, in my opinion, but it's nothing to do with me, I'm just like you, just an affiliate or member or whatever they call them of Beyond Infinity. But I think, they should be posting them on the first day of the month or very, very soon afterwards. We'll wait and see. Okay. But congratulations to Helga on getting her vehicle. Right. Hopefully, in the not too distant future, we'll get our second vehicle. That's a good one. It's 125,000. I'm not sure how easy it'll be to buy something and sell it and how much we can get out of it. But with the experience of the last vehicle, maybe we can do a better job than we did with the first one. Fingers crossed. And of course, that money we will use to benefit the people that have helped us in the past, people that have staked in those plans that are now stopped, and also people that bought nest eggs. We want to get them, at least get everybody their money back in their pocket. Maybe not into profit at this stage. We will be working towards that, of course. But the most important thing initially is to get people, give them their money back, so that they're in a position of no loss. Anyway, let's put it that way. Right. Deviani, we've been working today on bugs and things. There was one very little one that didn't take long to sort out, and that was the display in your dashboard of whether you're active or not. It wasn't appearing then. It's supposed to be fixed now. So you should see that you are active if you are active in there. And I've got a comment here, just a minute. This is from Sam. I really commended you for the We Share Abundance pool selection that you made, and I congratulate those who won. But what are the modality that the next one will take? Are you still going to involve those who won this month for the next random selection? Yes. We will not be moving anybody out of that. It is just purely random each time we run it. We've had various comments from people. Some people have been grateful. Some people have been quite abusive about it, actually. But it's all right now. I learned my lesson well. You can't please everybody, so you gotta please yourself. Okay. And when I talk about yourself, I'm not talking about the little self pleasing me. I'm talking about the big self of the soul and doing what you can for everybody. So I don't take offense at the negative comments and the abuse. And I do take pleasure from the congratulations and the gratitude. We doing what we can, and that reminds me of another song, but we won't get into that. Yeah, no, we won't get into that. But we will continue to do what we can as quickly as we can. We are still working on bugs, but we have just finished with the bug, and it's more difficult when it's a sort of a bug that doesn't affect everybody. It's much harder to trace and track down. And the two bugs we're working on, well, one now, are in that field, and one is the pay it forward from the ShareHope wallet. That should now be functioning correctly for everybody. We also corrected the Power of One bonus automatically being maintained by people that refer one people every month. That should be now fixed. What we're working on now is the once again intermittent bug, or not universal, perhaps not intermittent is the wrong word, but it's not universal, and that is the upload of crypto to the exchange. Once again, it's been working for some people. For the majority of people, I think, actually, no problem. But there have been people where it's not been functioning and isn't functioning, and that is what we're working on now. And hopefully we'll get it cleared as quickly as we can tomorrow and then get back onto other things. We are also switching off the ability to buy anything from the EBB plan, because we are going to be changing that drastically. At the moment, there are, I think there's 6 levels, ranging from $2 to $100. That's all going out the window. So is the way that the compensation plan is calculated. And it will be changed to a much simpler format. It will be a recurring payment, but it'll be annual. But it's only going to be, well, it'll be under $10 for a year, and you'll get everything that was available at the $100 level, plus more stuff. And one of the things that we are working on now, I'm trying to get sorted out with somebody. Okay. So I'm just, yeah. We're just checking. Deviani was still here, and she's just logged out. So I wanted to know if, or I wanted to check to see if there was any further update, but there isn't. We're still working on that crypto upload. Sam, but if the situation is like that, it would not work well because many of the pool might not win anything, and the same person may continue winning while others are left with nothing, and we are all put our money in the pool for the past 4 years. And I wanted you to think about this and do the necessary thing. Sam, it's random. There are around 2,000 people at the moment, and I think there will be more for the next drawing. There is a possibility that somebody may win again that has won in the past, but the chances are very slim. And if it does, I believe it will be Providence putting the money where it's needed most. When I look at the people that got awards and withdrawals last time, most of them, I think all but one, I would class as, no, all but two, I think, all but two. And this includes the sponsors. I know were fairly needy. So I'm happy with it. I don't expect people to win the second time, but I'm not going to take people away out of it because they've won once. If Providence decides that they should win again, then that will be it. They will. So I understand where you're coming from, and I thought about it before you even brought it up. I thought about it while I was thinking about how we were going to implement it. But one, it creates more work, and two, I don't think it's fair. If we're running a random situation, everybody that is active at the time that we run it should be eligible. And so that's what is going to happen. If you're lucky, you're lucky. If you're needy and you're lucky, that's even better. If you are not one of the people that gets a withdrawal, then congratulate the people that have and be happy for them. On the scheduled post today, I did a thing about the two glasses. You know, is your glass half full or half empty? And really, it's saying, you know, are you an optimist or a pessimist? The pessimist, you know, is the one that says, oh, my glass is half empty. And the optimist is the one that says, oh, my glass is half full. And it goes into all sorts of different areas of life. But it's better to be an optimist because you'll be happier. It doesn't mean that you have unrealistic expectations. It just means that you're happy with whatever happens, really, because you can always see the bright side of things. Okay. And we've got Ali, or whatever his name is. It doesn't come up his name, and I can't remember what it is, from Pakistan, just joined us as well. So there you are. We had our first one. Everybody has been paid. I paid everybody this morning, earlier in the morning, and it was a really happy job to just start paying out money. And as I say, I know that a lot of the people that we paid were people that really were in need of some funds. I'm hoping that people will take some of their income and either put it into the 7-7 plan or the Sharehope plan, particularly the Sharehope plan. The Sharehope plan is the plan that 2, 3, 5 years, 50 years down the line, you and your dependents, your family, will be glad you got involved in. I can't say that about the other plans. They're going to be around, but they are not going to be the 777 plan. I mean, it's a great plan. It's something that's never been done before, and it will continue to produce income, but not with the same consistency and regularity of the Sharehope plan, because the Sharehope plan is based on residual income from residual sales. But it's such a low-cost plan that most people can afford to stick with it. And if you do nothing else, get that plan in and stick with it just as a backup to everything else you're doing. I mean, you might be involved in other things that are going well at the moment, but what are they going to be like in 5 years' time? Are they going to still be here? If you're in now in the Sharehope plan, in 5 years' time, you will have an income from it. I can't tell you how big that income will be. It'll depend on too many factors, and we can't even judge it now based on what's happening now, because we're only just getting started. But I know that it'll be there, and it will be building gradually, and you'll be glad that you got in it today, or even before today. Okay. Whereas I don't know where the 777 plan is going to be in 5 years. I don't know where the Poverty Crusher plan is going to be in 5 years. They both have the potential to be here and still producing and doing well. But the Sharehope plan is pretty much going to guarantee that you are going to be on an increasing income the longer it goes. And it will be around, like I say, not just in a few months or a few years, but 50, 100 years' time. There's no reason why that plan should not still be producing income for people, and more people getting involved in it. Once we do relaunch the Easy Business Builder plan, that will be amazing as well. And once again, that is residual income. Even though it'll be less than $10 a year, it's still residual income. And the way that that plan is structured, I'm very, very happy and pleased with that. And what we're doing to in the additional things that we'll be adding into that plan will give everybody that participates in the plan a really good chance to prosper from that plan in a big way, even though it's just $10 a year or less than $10 a year. Okay, Numbers. Let me give you some numbers before I forget to do that. Let me put the light on so I can see the numbers. It probably doesn't make much difference on the screen, but makes a difference here. Okay, no change in the number of paid members in the Sharehope plan. Still at 473. We have an increase of 132 in the 777 plan, going up to 22,853. We have an increase of 130 in our registered members, up to 49,309. And we have an increase of 30 in our active members. This is now a proper count, and that's up to 2,451. Multiply Weezer, we had one new email verified member, nobody new board advertising. We got a few cents from the logging in. Say a few cents, we got actually 94 cents just from logging in from the revenue share, and it took the bonus pool up to $10,535.13. Okay, right. One thing, I came down very heavily on the program because I found that Jeff Long was the CEO of that program. And I'm still very suspicious of Jeff Long. His track record is not good, but I've known Chris Record, not intimately or anything. You know, you couldn't say we were friends or anything, but we've done a bit of business in the past and things. And I got in touch with Chris Record and said, "What are you doing tied up with that guy? You know, it's going to ruin your reputation." And we've had quite a long conversation over a number of days now. And basically, when Chris Record got involved, he made Jeff Long go through a mentoring session with him, and he mentors him every day now for about an hour. And even though Jeff is the CEO, without Chris Record, the program doesn't exist really, because it's all to do with Chris and his ability and his training, which has always been great. In fact, I think some years ago, I bought a course from Chris Record on Facebook, and I can't remember what the course cost me now, but it wasn't cheap, but it wasn't expensive. You know, I'm going back a good few years, 15 years maybe. And I probably paid a couple of $100 for it or something at that time. And I had my ups and downs using it, but I did make about 10 grand on Facebook, from Facebook advertising back then, using the stuff in his course. And as I say, we've interacted at various times over the past. And basically, he's convinced me that nobody will get ripped off in the program. He says, you know, if there is any sign of that, I will, out of my own pocket, make sure it's good, and we will close it down with everybody, nobody losing. And when he says close it down, what he means is he'll be getting out of it. He'll make sure nobody loses. He'll leave it, and without him, the program won't exist. So I told him what I'd done in what I'd done and discussed things that had happened in the past and so on. And we've had a very, very good and deep conversation over a good few days now, to and fro. And based on Chris and his record and his promises, and knowing him to be as honest as the day is long, I I have decided that I will retract my statement about people getting involved in it. You should still do your own due diligence, but I think it's a sound program, and I will be putting it into the multiple income streams. It's called something, I can't remember. Internet Success? I don't know. IIS, so I can't think, offhand, I can't remember what it's called. But at the moment, registration is closed because they finished their pre-launch at the end of August, and they need a few days to get it all sorted out, and they're hoping to be able to launch it properly, I think, on the 5th of September. Once they do, then we'll have a look at it, we'll get registered, and we will we'll put it into the multiple income streams. And you will be able to join free and earn commissions even as a free member. Obviously, there will be incentives and upgrades and things like that, which will always be up to you. But even the free training that you get in there, if you take it and follow it, Chris is a great trainer. So I have officially, if you like, retracted my statement about the program, and I know Chris will make good. Okay. We've got this Earn with Atri is Kamen, I think I pronounce it. I don't know whether I pronounced that right or not, Kamen. Still not sure where you're from, but I think it's Pakistan. Then we've got Ahmadin from Abuja in Nigeria. And we've not seen you for a while, actually, Ahmad. Have you been busy? Okay. And Sam says the link. The link. What link for what? I don't know what that is, Sam. Sorry. No idea. Have I talked about a link and not put it in? Anyway, if you can elucidate on that, I'll be able to do something, but I don't really understand. Okay. That pretty much covers it. We had a long session yesterday, getting mixed up and doing that first withdrawal distribution, which, as I say, I was very happy to be able to pay some of our members. I know it's a drop in the ocean, but when you've got a huge member base to pay everybody, you need huge income, and we don't have huge income. So we have to do what we can with what we have. And like the song, you can't please everybody all the time. Okay. I don't think I've got anything else for you. Couple of tidbits. The one token giveaway thing that what's it called? Let me find it for you. AI ETF token. We have now accumulated 68,985,000. They reckon it's going to get to 59 cents on launch. Now, when it's launched, nobody knows at this stage. If it gets to 59 cents, we've made over 34 million I can't see that really, in all honesty. But if it gets to 1 cent when it launches, and it's liquid, then it's still going to be over $2/3 million. So you never know with these free things what's going to happen with it. The other one, of course, is the Cover It plan. Now that's been going for, I don't know, 10 years maybe, and it's had a lot of ups and downs. There's been a lot of cheats that got hold of things and tried to destroy it and just make money and take money out of people's pockets rather than do the right thing with it. But I know Pierce, whose idea it was, has really put his heart and soul into it. And he's managed to get control of everything back now. And he's a good guy. Whether or not he'll really get it off the ground, as everybody hopes, because it will help eliminate online fraud. Now, you don't get as many tokens when you join that. I think you get 300 when you sign up for that, as opposed to 10,000 when you sign up for the other thing. But there are less tokens available in Cover It, and I think the chances of it actually coming to fruition are better now. How big the value of the token will become, who knows? But through past investments, as I say, I don't know when it started, 10 or 15 years ago, I managed to accumulate I've got over 9 million tokens. So the 5,900 we've accumulated so far from this start of the program to get things moving is a drop in the ocean. But it is something that I think is more realistic. I think there's a greater probability of you generating some income from getting the free tokens in Cover It than maybe in some other programs. It's all about probability, isn't it? Nothing guaranteed, but it's free. Okay, so you can't lose anything as long as you don't get involved in buying tokens. I mean, you can if you want, but then you've got to accept the risk. There's no risk if you stick with just the free bit and refer others. Okay. And we got Eric in from Quebec in Canada. He's got in time to say hello, but he's going to get our goodbyes, I think, because I've covered everything now. Apart from that other plan that I mentioned, I think I've only mentioned it once. I did send something out about it. I can't remember what it's called. Somebody here told me the other day, BitHarvest it is, BitHarvest. I did buy, on behalf of We Share Abundance, one of their things, and so far it's producing about $5 a day. But Bitcoin is low at the moment. If Bitcoin hits a bull run, then the income will be higher because it's all done in Bitcoin, the income that you earn. But I mean, Bitcoin, I think, is about 57 or 58,000 at the moment, where it was around about 70,000, I think, not too long ago. September, October, November traditionally is a time when we see bull runs in cryptocurrencies. So who knows? Who knows what will happen? But even at $5 a day, it's a pretty good investment if you can afford it. You can get involved for $100 with a tenth of a thing, or $1,000 for a full thing, one of the bit harvesters or whatever they're called, bit boosters, I think they're called, the chip that you buy. And at $5, you're looking at $150 a month. That's 15% a month income. Takes you a good few months to break even. About 6 months to get to break even, unless Bitcoin does hit a big upsurge. But after that, it's all gravy. You can't go wrong. And I think, anything that pays 10% a month is a real good deal. I've given up on things that pay 10% a day and all this sort of stuff because they're all Ponzi's and they don't last and they're rug pulls and this sort of thing. But it looking good so far. So we've got our foot in the door there, and we'll just keep watching it and see how it goes. And the important thing with any of these deals is to get to break-even point. And once you've done that, you can't lose. Okay, so hopefully we'll keep plodding away with it, and we'll get to break-even point, and then it will produce some sort of income going forward for We Share Abundance. Okay, that's it, folks. You're doing good with the 777 plan, particularly. I've lost it now, but it was over 100 people, 132 new entrants into the 777 plan. That will, of course, be boosted massively in the not too distant future when we just get these upgrades done after we get all the bugs sorted. So keep doing what you're doing, sharing love and abundance, being of loving service to others. You'll find that the more you do it, the more it becomes a habit to do it, the more everything else just will take care of itself. You don't have to worry about it. So that's it from me. I'll be here same time, same place tomorrow, 7 p.m. London time, YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook page with links in our groups. And until then, see you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator, always wear a smile. See you later, alligator, go the